Well, Ellis obviously is one of the top recruits in the country. We've been recruiting him for exactly 75 weeks today. So we started September 1 of his junior year, and we've continued to stay on him. I think the old staff did a great job of starting a relationship with him, and with the new coaches coming in, they've done an outstanding job also of continuing that and to recruit him to UCLA. Oh, I'm very excited. Whether I recruited him here or I got him into school here through admissions or I coach him special teams, I know these guys as well as anybody. And I think I bring a unique perspective to the defensive line position since I've coached offense for the last 15 years. I started as a defensive line coach and a defensive coordinator, so I'm kind of going back to where I started from. So I'm excited about that. Oh, well, Colby, certainly we've been recruiting him for a long time also. I've hosted him a numerous amount of times on unofficial visits. Gotten to know him and his family and really enjoy getting to know those people. And he's going to be a great Bruin. But obviously coaching the offensive line last year and coaching at other places like Buffalo and Nebraska and Sacramento, I'm always going to have a look at the offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, our base package may be a 3-4, but we may be in a sub-package, which is a 4 defensive lineman front. Probably 70 to 80% of the time, depending on what we see from week to week.
Okay.
I mean, when you're facing a spread offense, you're going to want a 4-man front. If you see a 21 personnel group or heavy personnel sets, we're probably going to get back into the 34. But we'll be multiple, which I think, as a former offensive coach, is going to cause a lot of problems. I think it's been excellent. I think the transition with Jim has really gotten our players' attention. He's obviously well organized, and changing the staff has really brought the attention to the players, and I think they are going to expect to really compete this spring.
4 receivers that we feel that can help us fill a need, a void, because in this offense you need a whole bunch of receivers. So we went out and got 4 good receivers, we think. Kenny Walker from Richmond, a really dynamic football player, has great speed, very good explosion, great change of direction, and that's unique in an athlete. Usually an athlete that's that fast usually don't have the quickness of change of direction, but he has both. That's rare to find. He's a big play guy. He's going to help us in returns. Next guy was Mon Harris. A little guy, 5'8", 165 pounds, but he lacks in size. He makes up with speed and quickness. He's real explosive. Great change of direction also. We just like Kenny, we think he's going to play the slot position for us. Then we have Drohan Williams from Arizona, Chandler High School. Big, fast, rangy receiver. Has a big catching radius. He's 6'5", 195 pounds. Has a unique skill set that he has good speed and does a good job of changing direction and dropping his weight and separating, which is unique in big guys. And the last one, Jordan Casey. Very good, complete football player. He's very polished. He can play the inside or outside receiver. He's very physical. His best asset is run after the catch and being strong to the ball. So we feel good about the 4 guys we bring in, and we feel like they can help us, and they can help us early. He was a confused young man, 17-year-old young man.
Understandable.
And he's hearing all these recruiting ploys from all universities, which are good universities, and I mean his head was spinning. But in the end, he felt that UCLA was the best fit for him. He felt most comfortable here. He and I had a previous relationship going back to when he was 12 or 13 years old. I had the pleasure of coaching his older brother, and I think he had a good comfort level here at UCLA with the coaching staff and how we were going to use him in this offense.
Can you say at all just your confidence level yesterday in terms of waking up today and Peyton would be UCLA?
Oh, how confident?
Yeah.
Hey, he and I spoke late last night. It was still going down to the wire, and the guy called this morning and had a peace of mind about his decision, and I could tell he had a peace of mind when he called. He said, "Yarbs, I'm coming to UCLA, and I'm gonna be a Bruin." and I jumped for joy when they did that. Coach Moore did a heck of a job recruiting him. As his brother commented on, he said, Coach Moore is a bulldog. He's relentless. He never stops. He kept coming, just like he does on the football field when he's coaching. He's a fierce competitor, and he competed all the way to the end. I'm ready to get it going. All right, recruiting has taken a toll on all of us. Now we get to coach some ball, get to be around our players, bond with our players, the ones that are here, and eventually bond with the ones that are not here. I'm very, very excited to get going and learning this offense and getting after it.
How much sleep did you get last night?
I slept pretty good.
Slept pretty good?
Yeah, I did. I slept pretty good. I mean, I had confidence that these young men will make the right decision. It's not always going to go your way, but as long as they make the right decision for the right reasons. And I try to recruit with integrity. So if you recruit with integrity, you can sleep good.
There's a conspiracy out there that National Signing Day is only there to keep fax machine businesses alive. Is this true?
I hadn't used a fax in a couple of years, so
really?
It was interesting today that you have 9-10 coaches hovered around a fax waiting for a piece of paper to come out that kind of has a part in dictating your future. All of us love to be on the grass. We love to coach football players, but we also love to coach good football players. So this recruiting process was very important to us in getting what we felt were good football players that can complement the players that are already on this team. And so now the next step, and the step that we're really all anxious for after we take a couple days of a break here, is getting on the grass with those guys and starting to mold them into the types of players that we're looking for.
Ellis McCarthy, a mammoth recruit, defensive tackle. I know as a defensive coach, you've got to be chomping at the bit to get this guy in here and coach him up.
Him and some others, but certainly,
definitely.
The questions about Ellis, I think Ellis is a guy that can have an immediate impact at this level. He's ready to play at this level right now, physically. Now what we have to do as coaches is help him develop some techniques and develop a little bit broader skill base, set of tools, if you will, where he can go up against some guys that are 3 or 4 years older than him and have success. And Ellis is the kind of guy that's really going to work at it.